Powered by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
President Trump will give his first State of the Union tonight. I'm Hannah Doba in Washington with more on what we can expect.
And a new report on the Montana children by the Federal Reserve shows some disturbing trends. A look at what it says, that's also coming up.
Happy Tuesday, Southwest Montana, 6:30. Chellyman, Missy O'Malley with you. Our top story, President Trump takes part in the time-honored tradition tonight of delivering State of the Union address to a joint session of Congress and the nation. The White House insists the speech will stress bipartisanship and it will have a positive tone.
It comes, though, amid growing drama surrounding the investigation into the Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Hannah Doba is on Capitol Hill with a preview of tonight's address.
President Trump, when asked yesterday about his first State of the Union address, said to reporters and cameras, quote, "I hope you like it."
We worked on it hard, cover a lot of territory, including our great success with the markets and with the tax cut.
The Russia investigation, though, threatens to overshadow the speech, with news Republicans in the House Intelligence Committee voted along party lines to release a memo critical of the FBI. The White House insists this is not a topic the president needs to touch on tonight.
I think we've addressed it every single day that we've been here.
Among the talking points we are expecting, a promise of improved trade deals, a $1.7 trillion plan to revitalize infrastructure, and a request to Congress for $25 billion to construct a border wall with Mexico. In exchange, he'll offer a deal on DACA by paving the way towards citizenship for 1.8 million young undocumented immigrants. Though that's something even the president admits will be a challenge politically.
It's got to be bipartisan, because the Republicans really don't have the votes.
While most Democrats in Congress are expected to attend the speech tonight, there is a growing list of those who say instead they are going to boycott.
I cannot normalize and act as if this is the new normal of today with this president.
Mr. Trump is using the address to help raise funds for his re-election campaign. Yesterday, he promised supporters who donate that their name will be flashed up on the screen during a live stream of the event on the official Trump campaign website. Hannah Doba, CBS News, Washington.
Now, the Democratic response to the president's address will be delivered by Massachusetts Representative Joe Kennedy III. He's the grandson of the late Robert Kennedy, the former U.S. Attorney General and New York Senator. He's also the great-nephew of the late President John F. Kennedy. That's pretty cool.
Well, more to follow on that. Of course, we'll have complete coverage of that coming up tonight as well. Right now, Matt steps in to join us. The pine trees out in the patio are still there. But none the worse for wear with this wind that's blowing.
And guess what? I go out in 10 minutes to the Billion Auto Weather patio. You'll see me like this.
We'll strap you in.
Yep. Temperatures this morning actually very mild. We'll see some melting, obviously, for the morning. Temperatures expected to drop later today, and we are expecting to see rain mixing with snow for parts of the region as we move through the early afternoon. Now, our temperatures are going to be falling as this cold front sweeps through. Wind speeds will die off as this cold front makes its way by. Won't be super dramatic, but we'll see a definite wind shift and the winds will let up. We'll talk about what you can expect over the course of the next few days coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:34 and our top local story for you. The Bozeman School District released its comprehensive annual financial report last week. Required by state law, the report details the year-end financial statements from June 2016 through June of 2017. For Bozeman School District 7, some notable numbers from the report. The district spent $11,832 per student last fiscal year, a number that's increased over the past 10 years. Enrollment also jumped by 1,300 students over the last decade. To keep up with Bozeman's growing population, the district added about 20 certified staff members from 2016, bringing the average number of staff member for every student for every 14 students.
We do the CAFR in the interest of transparency and full disclosure for our constituents. We're pleased to report that the CAFR received an award, the Government Finance Officers Association Quality Award for the 28th year in a row, and we're real proud of that, and we think it just demonstrates the commitment that this district has to financial transparency.
Now, to read that full report, of course, jump on our websites, visit us online.
In other Treasure State School news, a Great Falls high school teacher has resigned after the district became aware of an inappropriate sexual relationship with a student.
Behavior like this is abhorrent and will not be tolerated. Under my watch, any behavior like this will be dealt with swiftly and decisively.
Now, Lacey confirmed that last Friday the district found out a teacher was having an inappropriate relationship with a 17-year-old student. An investigation concluded. Lacey says the district found credible evidence of a sexual relationship. MTN confirmed that the person in question was a teacher at Great Falls High School. Now, Cascade County Attorney's Office confirms the teacher is Levi Johnson, who is also a former manager of the Great Falls Chargers baseball team. Johnson submitted a letter of resignation in lieu of termination, effective immediately. He is now no longer allowed on district property and was told not to have contact with any Great Falls Public Schools student. Lacey says she is shocked and mortified by the behavior that led to this announcement.
And a new report highlights alarming trends for Montana's early childhood development. Among the information in the report, the number of infants exposed to drugs before and after birth more than doubled from 2010 to 2016. A report compiled by the Community Development Department of the Federal Reserve was detailed in Billings last night. Provides information about the health and development for Montana's youngest residents. Finding opportunities for low-income children to attend high-quality early learning programs still lags in some age groups. And with more than 60% of parents with children under the age of 6 in the workforce, high-quality childcare is also a financial challenge.
To provide high-quality daycare for a 4-year-old would cost more than sending a child to college. And so a lot of low-income families, the high percent that we have in Montana that are living in low and even at poverty rates in Montana makes it almost impossible for them to be able to afford the cost of high quality daycare for their children, which is so life impactful.
In other news closer to home this morning, 2 men in Butte are in jail after trying to break into a number of medical marijuana businesses. Butte police arrested 25-year-old Matthew Foch and 18-year-old Daniel Lemire on Friday morning after patrons at a bar on Harrison Avenue called police, said the two were acting suspicious in an alley. The men then ran from police but were soon taken into custody. Officials say the men tried to break into 3 businesses in that area.
We followed their footprints. We did locate footprints that matched the shoes that they were wearing around a couple of our medical marijuana shops in the area. We did determine they did attempt to break into at least 2 of them. One they cut the wires on to the security cameras, the other one they broke a window out of.
In other news, 1 man is in custody after sheriff deputies say he was cooking meth inside his vehicle parked in front of the Kalispell Kmart. Early Monday morning, a deputy with the Flathead County Sheriff's Office checked on a vehicle after seeing it running and someone sleeping inside. Flathead County Sheriff Chuck Curry says the drug can be manufactured in several ways, but this way is one of the most dangerous. DEA cleanup crews from out of state were on the site to help process the scene, pick up the chemicals, and dispose of them safely. The suspect could be facing felony charges.
Now, last month, the Bullock administration said it planned to cancel contracts for private case management of 2,700 developmentally disabled adults in Montana. Now it says it's reconsidering that decision. Officials with 4 nonprofit companies that hold the contracts met late last week with Bullock administration officials. They told MTN News they've been asked to submit proposals by Wednesday to maintain the contracts at reduced rates. Josh Kendrick of Opportunity Resources in Missoula says he's hopeful they can work something out with the state to save jobs at the companies, maintain some level of services for helping the disabled. The other firms are in Anaconda, Helena, and Lewistown. The state said earlier it planned to take over case management itself as part of a move to slash the state human service budget. Leaders of the nonprofit firms said that takeover would be a huge obligation for the state and would lead to diminished services for the disabled. Bullock administration, by the way, told MTN News it doesn't want to end the contracts but has to cut budgets somewhere because of action by the legislature.
Time for a break, but when we return, it is your weekly spotlight on a Montana-made product. In a moment, we introduce you to a veteran, a train master, and a trail master holster maker. You're not going to want to miss this.
But first, here's Gail King with a look at what's coming up at 7 on CBS This Morning.
Ahead on CBS This Morning, the competing narratives around FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe's sudden departure. Plus, what can we expect from President Trump's first State of the Union address tonight? And Dr. Anthony Fauci, one of the nation's top disease-fighting doctors, joins us amid the worst flu epidemic in nearly a decade. Wow. We'll see you 7 o'clock.